Is MVM worth it? I see this question get asked quite a lot, especially whenever somebody starts talking about Australian weapons. So I thought I would make a video and talk a little bit about it. Really quickly before we get into this video though, I just want to remind you guys that if you're not already subscribed to my YouTube channel, to please hit the subscribe button if you go on to enjoy the content. I upload every single day. We're almost at 95,000 subscribers and we could hit it literally within the next couple of days, which would be ridiculous. So anyway, let's move on to the actual video. I feel like asking in general, is MVM worth it, can be seen in a few different ways. You could just be asking, is it worth it for the loot and how much you could be making from MVM? Or you could just be asking what the general experience is like and if it's worth actually buying the tickets to play it properly. Which, let's be honest, you're probably not asking this one. You're most likely on about the loot and how much you could be making from going through these tours. But I still want to include a little bit about actually playing MVM and the experiences of doing that. So every single tour I've played of MVM has always taken like 3 to 5 hours or something like that. I haven't played that many tours. I have like 14 or 15 or something like that. So I'm not the best at them. And sometimes I have to redo missions. I take a lot of time buying upgrades sometimes for classes I don't play. So generally my MVM like time isn't the most streamlined thing possible. But if you do have a team that plays a lot, you will be able to just blast through these missions super quickly and you'll spend less time in each mission, which if you just want to get the rewards, that's great. But if you want to use MVM as a different gameplay experience by like taking your time and chilling out with friends and just stuff like that, then slowing down a little bit is quite nice. I used to really like streaming MVM on Wednesdays because I could do a full tour. The chat interaction was really nice and it was just a really chill environment. MVM can get hectic, but I normally had a team of carries, so I was having a lovely time. My voice did something funny then, but you know what, I'm gonna leave it in. So from a is it worth the time standpoint, I would say so. I find it enjoyable, and if you don't take it super seriously and memorize where all of the robots come from every single round, it's always a surprise. You never know what you're in for unless you do remember it all then, in which case it's still a surprise sometimes. It's all personal preference really. If you want to take it super seriously, you can, that's great. Most people will appreciate you because, you know, you're actually useful to the team. Or if you don't want to memorize it that much and you don't want to take it that seriously, that is completely fine as well. Like, you can do whatever you want. Okay, so now let's talk about the loot. Unless you are the luckiest person ever, MVM from a monetary and loot reward standpoint most likely isn't going to be worth your time. Unless of course you get a pan on your first tour or a really high tier Australian or whatever, it's really not going to be the most profitable use of your time. Most of the specialized killstreak fabricators will sell at most for a couple of pence. The same with the professional killstreak kits as well, which will sell for a few more pennies, but they're still pennies. And considering an MVM ticket costs around $1, so a tour would be $4, ending up with just a specialized killstreak kit and a professional killstreak kit for a couple of pennies probably isn't the best use of your money. But if you looked at it from you're spending $4 to spend 4 hours or 5 hours or something like that playing MVM with your friends, that's actually pretty good. I'm not really sure where else you could spend $4 and get 4 hours worth of entertainment, I guess. For the last 5 minutes, I've tried to make a comparison to bowling that just hasn't worked. So yeah, bowling sometimes costs more and doesn't last as long. So MVM, not bad. I can't believe that's what I'm going with. Now, obviously, if you get a really good professional kit or a really good specialized kit on a really good weapon, you could be in the money. But the chances of that and the amount of weapons that have professional killstreak kits in the game, yeah, the chance you're getting something good is very, very slim. If you get anything other than an Australian or a really good pro killstreak fabricator at the end of the tour, you've most likely lost money. And the more tours you do trying to chase these insane rewards, the less worth it these tours actually become. Imagine doing 20 or 25 tours or something like that and you get an Australian SMG. I'm fairly sure at that point you've probably lost money. And then for example, if you do 20 or 25 tours and get a rocket launcher, then the profit you could have been making on that rocket launcher is a little bit less than it would have been if you got it in your first 5 tours. But just like before, the chance of actually getting these items is really low. And that is the whole point of MVM. It's designed so Valve make money with the chance of a reward that could be worth more than what you're spending. It's just like unboxing. It's just like going to a casino or anything like that. There's a chance you can win big every single time. It doesn't ever happen like that, but there's a chance that you could win a lot of money for spending a little bit, but most of the time you won't actually get that money back. At least with MVM, when you're spending that money, you are actually investing potentially hours of your time into it, so you're paying more for like a gameplay experience rather than the chance of actually getting rewards. I wish I was that lucky person that could unbox and play MVM and get like the really good rewards over and over again, but I'm not. I'm ridiculously unlucky when it comes to that stuff, so I won't be playing that much MVM unless I am just playing it for stream content and just because I find it quite fun. So I think that's just like the main thing to remember when you do go and play MVM. You might not get your money back, but hopefully you will have had a good time playing, especially if you're playing with friends, then it makes the experience way worth it. Playing with randomers, sometimes it's more stress than it's probably worth. Anyway, that is going to do it for the video, guys. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure you leave the video a like down below and also subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're new. We're getting super close to 95,000 subscribers. We literally could hit it in the next couple of days, which would be ridiculous. So I'd really appreciate you guys helping me out with hitting that goal. Anyway, I'll also be live on Twitch once this video goes out. If you want to watch me live stream, then please go ahead and click the link in the pinned comment, and I hope to see you all there. Thank you all so much for watching the video, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye.